Tabernacle 3, 4 colors. 4 characteristics of Jesus. Exodus 25 verse 4, blue, purple, and scarlet, fine linen, and goat hair. Linen is a white thread used to make the tabernacle. Linen is made by combining warp and weft to make cloth. This tells us that no one can do God's work alone. And it is not done by using the person as he is, but by refining him and removing his old habits so that he can be fit for use. The fabrics used to build the tabernacle were blue, purple, red, and white, the colors of fine linen. Blue symbolizes life and the sky, purple symbolizes the king and his authority, red symbolizes the servants and their status, and white symbolizes righteousness. Blue means the Son of God, and the symbolic animal is the eagle, and the 4 Gospels mean the Gospel of John. The theme of the Gospel of John is, Jesus Christ is the Son of God, the God of the Son. John 1 verse 18, no one has ever seen God, the only begotten God, who is in the bosom of the Father, he has declared him. The theme of the Gospel of Matthew is, Jesus is the true King of the Jews, the descendant of Abraham and David. Matthew 1 verse 16, of Mary was born Jesus, who is called Christ 4. Red symbolizes servant, the cow as a symbolic animal, and the Gospel of Mark in the 4 Gospels. The Gospel of Mark emphasizes Jesus as a servant who came to serve the suffering Jesus. Mark 10 verse 45, for even the Son of Man did not come to be served, but to serve, and to give his life as a ransom for many. White signifies holiness, perfection, righteousness, and as a symbolic animal, it signifies the one who came as a perfect human, the Son of Man, and as a gospel, it signifies the Gospel of Luke. The Gospel of Luke speaks of the salvation of all people in the world, and especially mentions women. Luke 19 verse 10, for the Son of Man has come to seek and to save that which was lost. The comparison between the 4 beasts and the 4 Gospels above is expressed slightly differently historically, but it is generally said as above. In the New Testament, Jesus is described with 4 characteristics. And the Gospels were composed for those who heard the Gospel. In the process of building the tabernacle, these colors well express the characteristics of Jesus Christ. Christ is the Greek word for Messiah. Messiah is the new king of the age that the Jews are waiting for. These are the characteristics of Jesus that we should emulate. Goat hair is the item used as the covering for the tabernacle. Exodus 25 verse 5, goat hair, and ram skins dyed red, and badger skins, and acacia wood, and the goat represents Christ as a substitutionary offering. In Leviticus 16, 2 goats are taken, one for the Lord, and the other for Azazel, Leviticus 16 verses 7 to 10. Aaron slaughtered a goat for the people and offered it as a sin offering to atone for the sins of the Israelites, Leviticus 16 verse 16. After the atonement, he laid his hands on the head of the live goat for Azazel, and when the goat carried all the sins of the people and went to a land without people, he released the goat, Leviticus 18 to 22. Azazel is a compound word of goat plus sending out, meaning goat sent out. This is a symbol of Jesus Christ who died on the cross to atone for the sins of all people in the world, and the resurrected Jesus Christ who forgives all sins and testifies to righteousness. Red dyed ram skin is also an item that was later used as the covering for the tabernacle. Rams are mentioned 165 times in the Old Testament, and they also symbolize power in apocalyptic literature. They were also used to describe the rich or the powerful, and were overwhelmingly used as an atonement sacrifice. The red-dyed ram symbolizes Christ, the absolute Son of God who atones for the sins of mankind. There are opinions about what exactly sea otter skin is and where it is obtained. The Israelites were coming out of the land of Goshen in Egypt, crossing the Red Sea, and passing through the Sinai Peninsula. We do not know the details of how close to the sea they passed on that journey. The skin of this sea otter was used to build the entire tabernacle and cover the final tabernacle. The sea otter's skin is ugly. Acacia wood is a tree of the acacia type from Egypt. It is a deciduous tree of the legume family, has thorns on its branches, and is hard and long-lasting. However, it is not suitable for use as wood because it has many knots and is thin. The distorted and useless appearance is also the appearance of our sinful life that has left God. Jesus came to this earth in that way to save us. Gold is overlaid on this acacia wood to make the tabernacle utensils. Gold represents the glory of God. Isaiah 53 verse 2, He grows up before the Lord like a tender plant, like a root out of dry ground, he has no form or comeliness, and we find no beauty in him, that we should desire him. Things that are unsightly to the eyes of people can be seen as showing the external appearance of Jesus Christ.